it's Lucy. The other month I finally submitted my PhD thesis, and it's such a big thing and it's so exciting, and I made a video on it, and I was really curious, what do other PhD YouTubers have to say about this? How did they respond to it? So I searched it, and I was surprised to see a not insignificant number of videos saying things like how to write a thesis in 2 weeks, how I wrote my thesis in 10 days, how I wrote my thesis in 1 week. Please, no, no, no. Granted, I know some people use the word thesis to mean undergraduate dissertation, so we might be talking more like 10,000 words here rather than 30 to 100,000, which I don't know about you, but I would still rather not. I handed my thesis in 2 months ago and found the writing up phase the least stressful part of the whole thing. In fact, I would go so far as to say I actively enjoyed it. Why? Well, that's what this video is about. Making the writing up phase neither manic nor stressful, but weirdly cathartic. The main reason it was weirdly cathartic was because I gave myself the beautiful gift of time. Now, I've got a lot of things wrong in this PhD that I've been very open about. The time I was just finishing my first set of experiments and then contaminated them all with oxygen. I was too scared to admit I didn't know something, because what if I was supposed to know it? Hadn't really had a break in 6 months, hadn't really had a weekend off. I submitted to a stupidly prestigious journal. I missed a high five with my supervisor. Okay, quite a few. But this is the one thing I think I did really good. So I'm actually going to be brave for once and say, I did good. Do the thing. I recommend this. I always find I am far less stressed about things when I approach them voluntarily. When I show up early to something that I've been dreading and beat it there, if you like, I have a chance to get my bearings. It's why I like getting up so early. It's like, hey, day, I see you. Write your thesis, your dissertation, your end-of-year report as early as you have something concrete to say that's probably not going to change much. And for me, this was my methods. Your introduction may sound like the logical place to start, but it's really not, because at this stage you probably don't know how your work fits in with the grander picture, and so exactly what background information you want to include to best highlight your contribution. Your methods, though, once you've enacted them, these are fixed. And so as soon as you know that that bit of research is going to make it in your thesis, it wasn't a total write-off, then write those methods up. Keep doing that as you go along. Keep on top of writing up the parts that you can write up. Try to tee off sections of your research as neat chapters that can be made into papers. Because if you think about it, getting a segment of your thesis sent off to peer review during the paper process, it's as good as getting it vivaed because it's already been checked by multiple independent experts. This has the added bonus of then helping you figure out the structure of this document. Which bits go where? Which order do they go in? How do they tie together to fit in with that bigger story? So that's reduced the actual mass of things to write, but now onto that final stage of the PhD, and it's just you and your words. Honestly, this was one of my favorite parts of the PhD. You just do the one thing all day. You're not running to set up a new experiment, or running to an instrument to analyze the last experiment, or running to give a progress seminar, or running to make some graphs up, or running to book onto a new training course, or running to teach yourself the content from the past training course. You just write. I loved it, I loved it, I loved it. Enjoy it. You've got everything you need at your fingertips. Anything you've done over the past 3, 4, 5 years that was of any value gets to go in this one document. And that's a beautifully simple situation to be in. Who knows if you can write a thesis in 2 weeks, and don't you be the person to find out. But one thing's for certain, you can't do it calm and pretty contented and just coolly cracking on. Though I don't think I was cool about it, given I just listened to emotional orchestral music the whole way, but maybe you can succeed where I have failed. Let me know in the comments how writing up is going for you. Let me know where and when you started or would start your thesis, and let me know if you had your time again, would you do anything differently? Each thesis is as different as each of us, and there's no right way to go about it. So let me know what works for you. And if you like what you've heard today, then I've just put together a playlist of all my thesis writing videos, and you can find the link for that in the box thing below. Thank you for watching. My name is Lucy Kissick. I'm a PhD student at the University of Oxford, and I'm a chemist in the nuclear industry. And take care.